Hey guys, I'm David and welcome to Living with the Coopers. Now, for anyone who's seen any of my videos before, this will be something a bit different. This is going to be an unboxing video. Now, you will recognise this. This is my Zhiyun Crane 2. It's my gimbal that makes all my shots nice and steady. For anyone who hasn't seen my videos before, check out the link below and you can see this thing in action properly. Now, today, I've had a couple of accessories linked with my gimbal. Recently, we went on a trip to Euro Disney and I took the gimbal with me and I found that I was getting very tired being in this position or even holding it with like one hand. Plus, my mounting options are quite limited considering I'm using an 80D and it's quite heavy. If I put anything on the hot shoe mount, then it's really hard to balance. So I wanted to get the dual handle grip. Now, this has come today, along with a couple of other things that I needed as well, which I'll go into when I get there. So we'll start with the main show. This is the gimbal extender handle. Let's see. Now, one thing I will say about the quality of Zhiyun's packaging is that the crane itself, the Crane 2, was immaculately packaged. The case it came in is absolutely amazing as well. It's so easy to carry around, and everything's got its own little slot. Now I know this won't have the same type of it won't have the same type of quality. Obviously, you don't need it with this. So let's see. Okay, so they've stuck loads of. No, that's not coming off. There's loads of plastic on the side. It's not going to come off anyway. Right, so here it is. So it's a Crane 2 dual handles. And let's have a little look. It's got a little safety tab to make sure you know you're getting a genuine product that hasn't been opened. I don't know whether you can see that. But like basically the ink has come off now to show the Zhiyun the name Zhiyun anyway. So let's open this up. Yeah, nice bit of foam. Ah, cool. Nice. So okay, we've got instructions, as you will with most of these things. And then they've been carved into foam, which I really like. I'm a musician as well, and I know that it's a nightmare to get stuff like this anyway. So in a dream world, all of my gear would have foam cut out so you could just put stuff in. Bit of silica gel, gotta keep that away from the baby. Right, so I got handle number 1, handle number 2, and the central crossbar then that the gimbal fits into. So that's great. I'm just going to get this out of the way. Now, the first thing I can notice is that the quality of the build is superb. I mean, it's the same with the crane. I mean, everything is like this lovely aluminium that's been powder coated. It's a beautiful finish. The only thing I have noticed is that where I've got to set my camera on the Crane 2, if I take the camera off, it can swing down and it's chipped a little bit of the paint. I'll show you that in a moment. It's under here on the main arm. There's a little bit of a scratch there where it's hit down here because my camera is mounted slightly differently to this one. This isn't my main camera. This is an old camera that broke recently. I haven't got 2 operational cameras at the minute. Although when I get 1,000 subscribers, sorry, my wife has said I'm allowed to buy a new camera, but that's a different matter anyway. Okay, so here's the bar. Now, I don't know how we get these on properly. I haven't really researched this enough. But what I will like to point out is that I'm not a professional in any sense of the word. This is purely a hobby for me. I love making memories. So this is all kind of consumer electronics anyway, but this is on the verge of being pro anyway. I've seen a couple of professional wedding photographers, as I'm in a wedding band, they're using the Crane 2, a couple are using the Crane 1, a few of my photographer friends have got the Crane, and everyone loves them. So let's see. Right, the instructions seem to be in Japanese. Oh no, hold on. Mounting method. Cool. So, let's start with putting the handle on. Now, I don't know which way... Yeah, okay. So, this is for this side. I'm going to have it handle down. You can have it handle up as well. It depends on your preference. I think I'd prefer it this way if I was upside down as well. So I'm just going to gently secure that on this side. And I'm going to fast forward any really boring bits of this. I probably have already done a bit already saying that. Right, so. Wrong way. No, right way. Just haven't slackened in enough. Oh, come on. Oh, go on one thing. Ah, there we are. My bad, wrong angle. So, I'm going to lay this flat, I think. So everything's resting flat. There you go, tighten up. I don't know whether anyone else has noticed this as well. This is something I found out the other day. Now, these type of connections, these screws, sorry, these screws here, I don't see a lot of them in music. None of my gear's got it on, and I'm a professional musician. I've got decent enough gear, and I've never seen these before. And quite a few of my photography and videography bits of equipment have got them on. And now what I didn't realise is when this... Now, if I'm mounting something here, like obviously that's going to be stuck in the way, but if you just pull it out towards you, you can twist it round like a ratchet and it'll just slot back in so it's downward facing. And I don't know whether that's me just being stupid and everyone knows that, but I mean, it's so handy. My lights, I haven't got them here at the moment. I used them yesterday with the band. My lights, when I'm mounting them, the screw, the handle on the screw is about that long, and it's very flush up into the lights, and I thought, how on earth do you tighten it? And then I discovered it the other day, just by sheer chance. I was playing around with it, and then it happened. So, right, okay. These are on. Almost straight. I want to get this perfect, because there's a lot of money that goes on top of these, as you all know. Okay, so that feels comfortable. It's quite light. I mean, the Crane 2 is quite heavy, with the camera on as well, talking heavier again. So I'm just going to leave those there for a second. Yeah. And... okay. Let's loosen this. Does that go? I mean, that's the problem. I mean, this is so easy. I know this is easy, and some of you are going to be saying, oh my god, I can't believe he's doing it. He's being so stupid with it. But I want to make sure I get it right, because you get it right once and you get it right more often. So let's have a little look. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to put the tripod back on afterwards as well, so I can just mount it more securely. Right, okay. So, doesn't seem to want to go in. Keep loosening until it works. Ah, right, okay, it is going in. It's a bit snug. Don't think I'd be able to do this in a hurry, put it that way. Okay. There we are, it's going in now. Okay, and the instructions say you need to take it up to this red line. So, there we go. Up to the red line. I'm going to tighten this clamp back up. If anyone has got a Crane 2 so far and you're thinking about getting this, please share your work with me, because I'd love to see how everyone else is doing with it. I think I'm making a few mistakes so far. I seem to get... my footage is very flat and smooth, but a little bit jerky on times. So if anyone's got any footage they can share with me, please do. Okay, so that's on. Now, all it is to do now, I'm going to put the tripod on actually, just so I can put it down and not have to worry about it toppling over. The camera's dead anyway, so it's not so much of a big deal with this, but this is a habit that I want to get into first as last. Okay, oh wow, doesn't that look like the business? Now, what I'm going to do, now it's on the tripod, is I'm going to turn these handles towards me slightly, just angle them a little bit differently, and then that's there, power on. Oh yeah, that's going to be a lot smoother for getting these turny shots. If you're panning across, it's going to be a lot smoother getting these shots because you're controlling it with both hands rather than one. Yeah, that is fantastic. Absolutely amazing. Now, there is a second part of this. Oh, first off, actually, I'm going to talk about the screw holes, because there are a couple of screw holes here on the sides where you could mount maybe... I think I'm probably going to mount my microphone there at some point. I use a Røde VC1 Pro, so I'm going to maybe mount those on the side, or I have got a few little fast clamps then that could probably go on this bar as well. Another good thing that I've got this for is I have a little mobile phone mount. It's not the Zhiyun one specifically. I didn't know they were bringing one out, so I bought an aftermarket one. But it means I can put that on here and use it as a monitor as well, which is going to be invaluable because it's so hard to see the perfect shot there. And you can use the focus mode where if you haven't used the app, it's amazing, but you can use the camera on your phone to pinpoint the target, and then it will lock onto the target and you can walk around it and it will just constantly keep focus on that target. It looks incredible. But anyway, that's by the by. Very comfortable. These grips feel like they may agitate a little bit. I mean, they're comfortable, but they may pinch a little bit. But, I mean, that feels so much better. So much better. Anyway, I'm going to put that out of the way. And now we can see the second part of the unboxing, which is in here. There's another thing in here which I know won't be of much interest to anyone, but I will show you anyway, just so you know that it exists. Okay, so, first off, this is so simple. It's from Røde, and it is an extension cable for, well, basically it's an auxiliary extension cable. I have got other ones that I use for music, and I know the quality on some would probably be better than this, but as it's a manufacturer's own, I thought, let's not waste any time and get something that's going to give me the proper audio that I want out of my VideoMic Pro. So that's that. And obviously the reason I've got it is because if I'm mounting my mic anywhere other than on my camera, the lead is, even though the lead's relatively long, a lot longer than I thought it needed to be, I still need to, like, I'll ravel it round and then it can just be neatly tucked away on the on this new handle. So that's out of the way. And now this is the Zhiyun ZW-B02 wireless remote control. Now this is something I'm very interested in looking at. There's a few things that I'm hoping for. Once again, I've done no research into this whatsoever. I know they make one with the follow focus as well, but I don't need that because I don't use the follow focus on the gimbal anyway. Maybe some people do, in which case go for the better one. But these are so cheap. This was £35 from Amazon. You could probably find it cheaper as well if you really look. Oh, and also the gimbal, the dual handle for the gimbal was £89. I'll put some links in the description for all these items anyway. And let's have a look. Right, so we've got another seal here, which is great because I know now that nobody's opened this before me. Okay. Fast forward this bit again, probably. This one doesn't feel as well packaged as the rest of the accessories, but it doesn't need to be. It's just a remote control. Okay, so what have we got? Oh, cool. Right. So the box is out of the way. Neatly packaged within this. It's in plastic. Silica gel as well. Keep that out of the way, the baby. Right. Let me get this out of the way. And very neatly packaged, as you can see. So in here we've got the USB, we've got a little mount, and we've got the remote control itself. This remote control's got everything that I need from it. It's got the little, oh nice actually, it feels very smooth, this trackpad anyway, compared to the one that's on the Crane 2. Maybe not as nice, but it feels smooth, so that's all I want. And then we've got the instructions again, and I think there's a lens wipe. Oh yeah, there's a book of lens tissue. That's a bit strange, I've never seen that before. Well, not in something that's not to do with the lens anyway. Anyway, that's cool, I'll keep that for later. It's always handy. Instructions, I'm hoping it's fairly straightforward. It should be, I mean everything else is with Zhiyun so far. One thing that I was really worried about is what batteries it takes. Now, I know the Zhiyun Crane has got some amazing batteries. They lasted an entire trip to Disney. So we were there for 5 or 6 days I was using it, and I got home and it was still on 2 bars of battery. It was incredible. So I'm hoping this has got better good batteries as well. I'm hoping it's USB as well. Yeah, it is. It's USB, which is a load better, because nobody told me. As a musician, I know I've got loads of batteries. I use wireless systems and stuff like that, but nobody told me how many batteries you need as a camera, using anything within cameras and photography. It's unbelievable. Okay, so there's a couple of things on this button here, on this remote here. So we've got the power on button, we've got a mode button, obviously we've got a trackpad, and we've got a little lever with a W and a T on. I don't know how that's actually going to function yet, but we'll see. I know on an old camera that was like to do with zoom in, but I've got no idea. We'll see now. I do apologise once again. I am not a professional photographer. I'd like to be one day. I'm working on it, but for now, I'm going to be looking back at these videos in a few years' time and thinking, oh my god, what was I talking about? Okay, so, I'm hoping it's got a bit of charge in it as well, so we can just crack on with it straight away. I'm going to leave that there for the moment. Oh, there's a USB cable as well. These Zhiyun USB cables are lovely. They're like a flat cable, and it's easy to identify them from any other one. Okay, so I'm just going to fit this on to here. Now, I'm right-handed. Naturally, I want this to be in at my right hand's disposal, so it's a quick release clamp here, like you get on a lot of GoPro stuff. There's a few rubber seals, so you can pick the best one that fits. Like, you might not be wanting to mount it here, you might want to mount it here, I don't know whether you can, or you might have something else you want to mount it on. So let's see which best fits. I think they're both the same size anyway, but you could double them up if you needed to. So, get that in there. I'm going to hide all the screws out of the way because I don't like seeing them. Okay. That's going to be a bit loose, so that's fine. Okay, so if you mount into this yourself, you will need both pieces of rubber. Or do you? No. Okay, what's going on here? Let's just try again with one. Cool. I've lost that. Great. Okay, yeah, one's a lot thicker than the other. My bad. Let's put that on first. That's better. Right, okay. So, tighten that up. That seems right to me. Might be upside down, but who cares? There we are, that just snapped in quite nicely. And now I need to pair them, and I don't know how that works, so I'm just going to consult the manual. Aha, right, okay, so you've got to push the power button and the mode button at the same time. Okay, so it says in the manual to attach to the nearest stabilizer that's powered on, you just hold down the mode and the power button at the same time. So, see what that happens. Right, okay, so it's gone blue. So this is in lock mode at the moment, so I'm hoping, usually when I touch this, it'll move around, so I'm hoping. Ah, now that is magic, isn't it? That is working properly. It's locking in, and now I can move it on the go as well. Oh, that is superb, isn't it? Oh, it makes it so much easier. I mean, this type of shot is so hard to get, usually. And if I take this off... Wrong way. I can probably get it very close to my body now, yeah. So, elbows right in, and that feels so much more comfortable than usual. Oh, I mean, this is a game changer, it really is. One thing that I've noticed as well is that the new firmware has come with a different mode. So, to access the mode, you press the mode button twice, and then the F should come up on your screen, and then you press it twice again, and then you get POV. Now, this follows any movement you will make with your arms. So if you want the camera to point down, you point the camera down. If you want it to point up, you point it up. You can do Dutch angles with them. You can change all these settings so it works a bit faster as well. But it's going to make so much more of a difference. Oh, it's so smooth. So I'm going to do a little video in the next couple of weeks comparing the same shot between the two. Having this and not having this, the dual handle. And we'll see how that goes. But for now, very sorry if I've messed this up in any way. I will get better. If there's anything you want, any further details you want, by all means leave me a comment or something, and I will. I'll try and answer you best I can. But yeah, please like, comment, and subscribe. See you soon.